Hello everyone, it is Mari from Mari's Miscellany. I am glad you're here. I am going to knock out two birds with one stone today and package up some orders and take care of these tasks while I update y'all with what's going on in the miscellany. Because there's a lot going on and I've been very busy and it's all been fantastic. It's all been great. Let's see. So first of all, I decided that I was going to do a giveaway and give away some of the garden palette sample colors. And if y'all are new here, welcome. And the way that I do my giveaways is this. I know that the way we're supposed to do them is to get you to sign up to a special mailing list and tag all of your friends on social media and all of that stuff. And I mean, I'm going to be honest with y'all, I don't have time to keep up with all of that, and I don't like the idea of taxing you that much. So what I've decided to do instead is to reward the people who consistently tune in and listen, specifically the people who sign up for my mailing list. I send out an email maybe once a month. That's it. And so the mailing list server tells me who reads the emails. So all of those people go into their own little, bucket and the segment kind of thing. And then I select a random person from those people that are actually reaching out and engaging with the content. To me, I figure that's the best reward. And for doing that, one of my active members, Brienne, just won 3 skeins of hand-dyed yarn. This is a premium base. It is 85% extra fine superwash merino and 15% nylon, and it is a full 100 gram skein, and it is 2-ply high twist, so it is fantastic for socks. So if you love sock yarn, guess what? 3 skeins of it for free. Just because she reads the email that I send maybe once a month. Like seriously, y'all, there were like 3 months I didn't even bother anybody because I was too busy to be bothering anyone. So I do not spam. And if I get on my, schedule the way I'm supposed to be, then I actually will begin engaging with y'all more frequently, maybe once a week. And the purpose there would be updating classes that are available and things like that. So the reason you would want to read those newsletters is because there's just all kinds of random freebies in there, and I tell y'all what's up and what's new, so you get to stay in the loop. Let's see. So the colorways that I'm sending to Brienne for free are sample colors from the garden palette. And Wobbly Weezorb here is modeling some of the sample colors as well. Now the garden palette was inspired by colors, flowers, and foliage, from the garden. And let's see, hang on, I need to concentrate real quick. Okay, so we're sending her these 3. I need to find her label. There it is. Okay. Alrighty, here we go. So, the garden palette has dark and light pinks and greens. Now, what I was going for with my palette system originally, I was aiming for you to have 3 different yarn weights and 3 different fiber contents, but the same colorway across all of the bases. I didn't want you to have to sacrifice, well, I want it on chunky, but it looks different on chunky weight yarn than it does on fingering weight. That's what I was hoping for. And the problem with that was that those different fiber contents do not dye up the same. Now, I was looking forward to that challenge, and for the most part, I met it. The similarities that I was going for, I hit them spot on. And then all of a sudden, there was this random turn when it came to these pinks, because one of the blues did not want to react properly with one of the fibers, and it's like this blue, pink, magenta thing that I created out of different colors, different dye colors mixed together. And when it works, it's amazing. And when it doesn't work, it falls flat. That really frustrated me. And so I realized, you know what, I'm just complicating issues. So the next palette of hand-dyed yarn is going to be an update of my signature series. And it is red, blue, black, silver, and ivory. And then there will be 2 variegated combinations, silver, black, and red, and silver, black, and blue. And then the same thing for the speckles, those same combinations. And so that way you will have these really rich, saturated tonals and some variegated and some speckled, and you can mix and match. You can knit and crochet everything that you've ever wanted to, mix and match all of those colors, and it'll all look really good together. That's the idea. And so to that end, I have decided that the fiber content that I'm going to use for that is a sustainable merino. And what that means is that it is not treated with the superwash treatment. It is ethically sourced and processed. It is premium yarn. It's gorgeous. It's still the extra fine merino. It just doesn't have that superwash treatment, and the farms from which it is sourced in Australia go through, stringent controls and things like that, and then it is also processed ethically at the mills. So then once I get a hold of it, what I do is follow ecologically sound practices here at home, safety and disposal. I am careful about my disposal practices, things like that, so that I can continue that chain of being mindful about our impact on the environment. One more going off to Brienne. Give you a little hug. I hope that this brightened up your day. Just out of the blue, 3 free skeins of yarn. And by all means, feel free to share it. If it's not your wheelhouse, if the colorways just don't do it for you, but you know someone who would love it, pass it on by all means. I even encourage people to donate them to local charities if you wish to, Oh, I forgot to put the bands on there for you. Okay, so the labels that I've already printed up, this is fingering weight. It is at 85% extra fine superwash merino and 15% nylon. And all of the rest of it remains true. This base is called Extra Comfort on here. And technically that's not the name of this base, but this is the deluxe sock. But it's the same fiber content, so the label isn't lying to you. I forgot to wrap them up there. I don't want to rip the tissue paper up, so I'm going to slide these bands in here, and you can use them if you wish to. Let's put them in there. What else do we need in there? I'm going to give you a card. You know what? I'll give you one. I'll give you one in case you want to pass on to a friend of yours. There you go. I'm assuming you got friends, Brianna, because I don't. If anybody sent me something right now, there's like, and here's for one of your friends, I'd be like, Bon Bon. The cat would get it because I don't have any other friends. Let's see. All right, so there is the label, all of that. This is all complimentary, so there is no receipt or anything. Nothing's missing. I'm going to go ahead and pull that and seal it and put it over here, and we will get that in the mail tomorrow. Who's next? Next we have some, knitting machine weights. Yeah. These are going to Paula. Ma'am, Paula, you got my handmade knitting machine weights. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and open these up because I had pre-packaged these, but I want a quality control, okay? And it's just tissue paper, and I will toss this tissue paper in the compost. So we will not be wasting any materials. I just want to kind of do a quality control on these. There's a fiber loose there. Excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry while we sort. Let's see. So Paula got, here we go. Okay. So Paula, sorry, YouTube like gets me. Somebody just commented and I'm like, oh gosh, I got distracted, sorry. Okay, oh, there it is. Let me snip that real quick. Okay, so what Paula purchased is handmade knitting machine weights that I use when I use the round knitting machines. Now the one that I'm talking about is this is a 48 needle round knitting machine from Centro. And one of the issues that we have when we're using those machines is that the everything can cause dropped stitches, basically. One of the quickest ways to just get rid of most of the issues is to give it some resistance, some weight, to force some tension into the fabric, and that gets rid of just half of the drop stitches. Then you do all of the other things that you're also supposed to do, and it really helps. It has helped me. And so what I've done is I have taken some sewing clips, I have glued them together, and then I have attached a lead-free weight on the bottom that I've wrapped in fabric and glued that whole thing to the bottom of these sewing clips. Hey y'all, so while I was editing this, I realized I forgot to mention. So in my review regarding the Centro 48 needle knitting machine and what I was doing in order to stop drop stitches, I mentioned there that I was using binder clips, and I was. But I started having problems with different yarns and different fiber contents where the binder clips started to snag on the yarn, and that just created a whole new set of problems. And so I felt like that's not really a good recommendation to make if I'm having problems with this, solution. And so I came up with this DIY solution with the sewing clips and weights attached to them. And it works really well for me. And just so you know, if you saw my previous recommendation about using the binder clips, I am going to be updating that video to no longer recommend that because they may snag, your mileage may vary. Good luck. All right, let's get back to it, y'all. Paula was clever and subscribed and got the members reward code for 25% off. And that reward code is good for all future purchases. That's not just your first purchase. That is, oh no, my battery's dying. I'm just gonna double check these really quick. So you get a set of 5. And these are handmade by me. There's the glue causes a little bit of fogging on the plastic from the clips. So these are going to last you for a good long time. Just be careful you don't drop them because they can shatter. There's not much I can do to protect them against that. So we're going to go ahead and package these up. I feel confident those are a good quality for you. There we go. So whoever gets these, I really hope that it helps them. And if it's you, I hope it helps you. There we go. And your label is right here. Doobie-doobie-doo. I'm trying to knock all of this out because it's a really pretty day outside, you guys. Give you a hug, Paula. I'm really antsy to get outside and go play in the garden because it has finally dried up from the really bad storms that we had lately. Everything got drenched. I lost some stuff like lettuces and really tender things, you know. Boom. And so I lost a few things, and so everything's starting to finally dry up again, and so it's back to me being able to fertilize and, you know, manipulate who gets watered when and how. So alrighty, and this one, oh wait, let's get that over there. Ana, te amo. Bink. Put that on there. And she is getting the Coastal Calm Wrap Crochet pattern, the gray, blue, and red, and they're caked up already. So this project is ready to go, and she just needs to add a crochet hook that is a 4.5 millimeter. That's the crochet hook size that I used and got this result for this shawl. It is nice and lacy, but you know, dense and thick enough to give you some warmth, like if it's air conditioning, you know, that kind of thing. It's also a nice layer. There's just so many ways to drape it. I'm getting I'm getting distracted. This is my my body double a few pounds ago, but we're not going to talk about that. There we go. So yeah, so Anna is getting the pattern. These colors, this red, the gray, and the blue, are similar to colors that I am going to be using in my updated color palette called the Signature Series. I am like so particular about trying to get this panel of glue thingy just right, because the first few packages that I put together, y'all, I was like calling for help to get somebody to help get me out of stuff. It was like half exposed and it got all stuck on me and I had to rip it open, and I ended up throwing it down. I'm shaking it like this and I'm walking around with this on my foot, and I have since learned to be very careful. These are no joke. So I do try to use like recycled, repurposed as much as I possibly can, but I do still use the plastic poly mailers, because I do not want your yarn to get exposed to the elements during shipping or while it's waiting for you on a porch if it's raining or something like that. So we're going to continue to use these in order to protect your yarn and get it to you on time. I am done with all of those. So we are going to, what else do I need to tell y'all about? I'm trying to remember. I'm like, oh right, I'm doing a webcast too. I'm trying to update y'all on everything. Okay, so We are going to be having new bases for the upcoming palettes. I'm still going to keep the baby alpaca, and the sock yarn is going to stay on the menu. I can hear Lisa screaming, "Don't get rid of the alpaca." I will not. I promise that's not going anywhere. It's going to stay on the menu. Plus, I've got a bunch of it dyed up in some absolutely gorgeous colors. We'll have fun with that. The sock yarn is going to stay on the menu, and I'll put together some sock kits for you after I get my minis in. The next batch of yarn that I have coming in the next few days is going to be the first batch of yarn for the new color palette system. And so that's going to be the sustainable merino. It is not super wash treated, but it is extra fine and a premium, absolutely gorgeous fiber. And so we're going to have fingering, DK, and worsted weight. That is in the works. That's going to take a lot of work. And I'm also still planning to be recording step-by-step video instructions for all of my future patterns. So that's going to be a lot of work, and it's pretty much going to keep me busy through the rest of the year. I hope that you follow along. I hope you subscribe. Enable notifications so that YouTube will let you know when I've uploaded something. And please make sure that you like and subscribe so that you let YouTube know that I'm actually talking to people out here that are listening and interested in my content. That would be great. Thank you. What else do we have? Resort. Did I leave anything out? Probably. That's fine. We'll just have to do another video for next time. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you have a great day. I got another low battery notice. I have to charge my phone. All right, y'all. I will see you next time. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other.